Welcome back, Marvel Future Fighters. Trippy Cakes here, and I got a Tier 2 Beast review just for you guys. And these are my stats on my Beast, and as you can see, he is pretty goddamn beastly, and that was no pun intended. As far as my stats go, I run physical attack per level and physical attack, all defense on the second gear, on the third gear, the typical HP ones, and on the fourth, I do have a mixture right now because I'm trying to test the waters to see if critical rate or ignore defense is going to be better for Beast and specific for me. Out of all of his skills, the two most notable are Stars and Garters, which is a buff that increases his all attack by 55% and his defenses. And then you also have his passive, which is an increase of 45% physical attack, which is massive, not including any bonuses like the 5% attack you get from Wolverine, among other ones that are available. Overall, his attacks are not flashy in terms of, or not in terms, in comparison to the other X-Men that were released. His moves are very subtle, but he is still a heavy hitter. And one of the most notable things about Beast is that he is actually a very decent combat character. He's not Carnage and Wolverine style of damage. He would be in the tier underneath that with like Cho and Moon Knight. He is his own different style of character. He's very refreshing for a combat character that isn't of that caliber. So real quick, what I'm going to go ahead and do is show you a little bit of footage. I got Beast and Timeline battle here. We're going to start off fighting Super Giant and Doctor Strange and Dormammu. He fares very well against them, considering I don't have him completely like beefed the fuck up, but as you can see, he made quick work of Supergiant, who is a world boss character, and then he is going to be fighting Doctor Strange. A really cool thing is with my obelisk, I get that invincibility, which allowed me to defeat Doctor Strange, and then it procced again, so it allows me to take Dormammu down another time. So essentially, with all characters, you can build them up to where they are a threat. And for him to take down 2.5 characters, that's really great. And as you can see, my Magneto just got wrecked. But, you know, he is still a great character. I enjoy having Beast. I'm very glad that I tier 2'd him, even though he was not a requirement for Jean Grey. I still think that he's definitely worth getting into. If I was to put like all of the characters into a list from the X-Men where I would put Beast, let's see, number 1 is going to be Jean Grey. My number 2, even though he is, my number 2 is going to be Magneto, because he can take down Wolverine very easily. And then I'll put Wolverine and then Rogue, because yeah, I'm a little disappointed that Rogue is how she is. I do love her, but she just needs that oomph that all speed characters need. Then there's Beast, and then underneath him is Storm. So I put Beast second to last, but it's not by a huge margin. Every X-Men kind of has their own use, and I found a place for every single one of them in terms of their uses for me. I just have not found that with Storm, and I found it very easily with Beast. Beast is a high damage support character for me. It may not... Oh, excuse me. It may not be that way for other people who have Beast, but my Beast, I basically use him to, fluff up Wolverine. That's pretty much it, but do some damage while that does happen. And there are going to be characters that you come across that Beast won't be able to beat, but as you can see here, my Beast is kicking ass, and these are against his affinity weaknesses. And so yeah, Beast is a great character. So then I took him in the Battleworld. Battleworld, he actually does really great in there, especially with his 4th skill, because he throws out his little electric thing like you see right here, and then it's a huge iframe that's equivalent to Wolverine's 5th skill. And then I wanted to take him into a fight where he's not fighting Wolverine, because when it comes to Beast versus Wolverine, as I have him built, he doesn't stand a chance against Wolverine because of his recovery. Beast just doesn't crank out enough damage for that, but he most certainly can, beat the shit out of other characters. And that invincibility obelisk is amazing. But overall, I will say Beast is definitely worth investing into as a tier 2 character, and he is he's a really good combat character, and it's really hard to say that as of right now in the state of the way certain characters outside of the meta are. But he does do very, very well, and I highly suggest getting him. Anyway, this has been Trippy Cakes with the Marvel Future Fight review on Tier 2 Beast. Stay tuned. I'm going to have Wolverine coming up next. I wanted to avoid doing him, but, you know, since he is a character, and I do use him quite frequently now, I'm going to go ahead and do that review on him as well. Anyway, this has been Trippy Cakes, and I'm out.